Hey guys, we'll be getting started in a minute or two. Today you're going to want a chair for each person doing Taekwondo, okay? Again, the chair, you want a chair that has a back on it, sitting right about belt height, hip level height, waist level height, okay? You're going to be needing to kick over it, so you're going to want that. We also have force shields, okay? You can use something like a pillow. Sorry guys, kind of a nerd. Star Wars is all over this house, okay? And you can see like Marvel and all that stuff. So, so you are going to need things like that. I'll give you a couple of minutes to get that stuff set up for yourself. As you can see, we're inside. So again, we're going to be dealing with very limited area, but that doesn't mean you can't do Taekwondo. So expect to be doing kicking today. Expect to be doing hand techniques today, as well as patterns. We're going to do some patterns. So you'll have to excuse kind of the way things happen. We're going to be getting in the way of the camera. If you have any issues, just let us know. If there's a blurry picture, if the sound isn't quite right, if it's something that's on our end, we will definitely work on it and get it fixed as fast as possible. Just like the last couple of weeks, we've been using a new mic. It seems to be working out really well. Also, the camera. We have a new camera that is much better than the one that we were using before. So if there's any issues, just let us know, and I'll give you guys a couple minutes to get all your stuff together, okay? You're on. And yes, let us know when you're here. Okay, you need to know who's here, who's not here, all that stuff. Okay.
And yes, if you can see, we do have a special guest in the back. It's our friendly neighborhood polar bear.
Miss Stifle.
Mr.
Stifle and
Mr. Murphy. All right, guys, that was about 2 minutes. That's close enough. We're going to go ahead and get started. Everybody, yep. I just realized I don't have my flag in here, so we're just going to skip that part. Yep. Anjo. Mukhyam. Yep. Salvamuke. Come on. All right. So, as you guys can see, I've got Mr. Hansen here. You can kind of ignore this one here. She's half passed out today anyways. It's one of those days for her. Mrs. Hansen is on the keyboard, so ask questions.
thank you. Sorry, Stifle and Murphy.
Mrs. Hansen is getting used to some of your guys' names, so
I apologize.
But anyways, ask questions. Let us know what all's going on. If you're having issues with certain parts of techniques or something. Let's see here. Mr. Hansen, help me move these things out of the way just a little bit so we have a little more space for stretching and stuff. All right. Put your feet together, bend over, touch toes. Good. Stand up. Cross your feet. Touch toes. I do want you guys coming in already stretched, warmed up. Good. Stand up. switch your feet and go down. And balance has become a little bit of a problem. Good, stand up. All right, feet apart, nice and big, palm down on down. And watch your left side. And your right side. Back to the middle. Keep your hands there. Walk your feet back together. All right. Good. From right here, kneel down. Put one foot out in front of you, the other foot straight out behind you. Okay. If you guys can't tell, I'm using the couch for balance, so you can if you need to. Slide your front foot straight forward. Don't let it go off at the angle. Straight forwards. Keep your hips forward. Stretch out your psoas right there in your hip joints.
And if you have a wall right next to you, put your hand on the wall. If you need to, put your hand on the ground. Reset that. And if you're just an unusual human being and you can do the full splits, go ahead.
Just make sure you're not turning sideways like Mr. Hansen is. Yeah. You want to keep yourself going straight forwards with your chest and your hips. Good. Bring it back in. And stand up. Like I said, I want you guys already being stretched out and warmed up. We're not going to spend a lot of time each class working on stretching, okay? Bring one arm across your chest, pull it in. And other side. And relax. One arm behind your head. Pull it down. And lift your chin up.
This car is here.
Awesome. And switch. And relax. All right. If there are two of you, this chance to face the wall, please. Arms out to your sides. Okay. Palms up. Okay. Have your, wherever you're with, don't lean forward, let your shoulders relax. Have them pull your arms back behind you. Okay. If you don't have anybody with you, go ahead and relax. Okay. You can find a doorway. Okay. Put your hands up, kind of like you're doing this thing, right? Okay. And then take a step forward. Pull those arms. Pull your elbows, trying to pull your elbows behind your back. If you can stretch, the other way just gives more leverage to the person helping you. Down here, you make sure you switch feet if you're doing it this way. It does actually make a bit of a difference. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to start with is a little bit of forms. Okay. We spent the last couple of classes talking about execution within forms. Okay. The idea behind execution is that each technique has to be real. Mr. Hansen, sir, should be right where you're at. I'm going to have Mr. Hansen do something real simple. He's going to do right four direction punch. Okay. Yeah. Right. Execution It's all about the way you're doing your technique, right? So I need you to think like medieval times here, okay? Execution, you get the guy who's, about to be, well, executed, okay? And they're using like that big guillotine, okay? The big blade that drops down. That's what you want your technique to be like. That big blade where it's sitting and it comes down hard and fast, okay? So, Mr. Hansen, left forward direction punch real quick.
Sure.
Go. Okay. One of the big things about Taekwondo is not adding any more movement than absolutely necessary, okay? All right, relax, thank you. So, things you don't want to be doing, okay? You don't want to drop your arms, to bring them up, to do a technique, all right? You want your hands to go from where they are to relaxing. Yeah, technically that is a little bit of a drop, but you're relaxing, then moving from there throughout the whole technique, okay? So if I'm doing right forward direction block, I was just showing you a technique just now, just a random one that kind of happened, okay? So right forward direction block, relax, bend, snap into position. Relax, bend, step into position, and do it all over again, okay? But you're not going to make your hands or your body do anything more than absolutely necessary to do the pattern, okay? So, Mr. Hansen, let's see if you can do it. All right, from Jumbi. He's going to relax. That means his elbows are going to bend. His knees are going to bend, okay? He's going to lift up his heels as he bends so that he can move easier. Left side. Left forward direction block. This is bad. This is like million push-up worthy here, guys. Yeah. Jumbi. Left foot moves, step back, low block with the knife hand. Okay, Jumbi. Do that again. I want you guys to watch something here, okay? His hands do a lot of extra moving. So, okay, this was actually good. He changed. Okay, next move. Straight wrists. All right, keep going. Keep going. Now, don't move, go back to that last middle block. Part of this execution thing. Think about the way you walk, the way you're supposed to walk, okay? If you ever get the chance to look at Mrs. Hansen's shoes or Mr. Hansen's shoes, you can tell how much they drag their feet, their heels and stuff when they walk. It drives me crazy, by the way. But, okay, you really shouldn't be dragging your foot across the ground, okay? You're actually going to lift it up just the slightest bit from the ground as you move, okay? Go. You don't want to do anything that's going to add muscle to your technique. Okay, so step back. Okay, so if you guys are watching, I hope you are for just a moment here. Watch his back foot and watch the rest of his body.
Do you want me to do that?
No,
Oh,
right
no,
there.
actually, there's like no camera cut off.
I'm telling you guys, I am really liking this camera because you guys can really see everything that we're doing here. Okay, we can't wait till we get this outside. All right, they can see it, trust me. Okay, I want you guys to watch the timing of his foot with the rest of his body. Okay, well now he's in the wrong stance, but he tried to change it. Back up now. Step back, do the same, do it the way you always would. Okay, so if you notice his foot's delayed. His body and everything is actually out in front of this leg here, while if his other foot was on this side still, it's what you want to avoid. Okay, you want your foot to lead what you're doing. Okay. By the way, guys, this is not the easiest stuff, all right? But this is all about forms execution. This is how you execute a technique. Okay. Right as your hands go out, your foot goes out. Okay, if you notice, my body is sinking as I move. Okay, your foot, your hands, everything should stop at the exact same moment. Okay, so, Mr. Hanson, sir, we're going to take a huge step up. So, if you are a white belt, I want you to do Chun-Ji. That's the highest pattern you know. If you're a gold belt, you're doing Dangan. If you're a green belt, you're doing Wanyo. We're jumping all the way up to the top. I even understand that I have a senior high red belt out there, right?
Yep.
Excellent. So as a senior high red belt, you should be doing Hongye. Okay. That's one that starts this way and does this thing and comes all the way around. And okay. Yeah. Your job for today. So Mr. Hanson here has Uyang, Chunjong, and technically Juche / Kodong. I actually want you to do Uyang. Okay? So Mr. Hanson's patterns are particularly large, so we're kind of having to find one that's narrow and vertical, and Uyang fits the bill. So, your job, worry about three things. Foot timing, technique timing, your hands, okay, as well as the speed of the technique, okay? Remember that your foot has to lead and your hands should be moving lightning quick right at the end of the technique to match your foot movement, okay? So, take your pattern, Jumbi. I'm going to give you guys like 3 minutes here to do your pattern 3 times, okay? So, Sicha. Your first time, you're probably going to be picking yourself apart. You're going to want to stop. Don't. Go through the pattern, okay? Figure out what it is that you need to fix, okay? Notice I'm not picking on crosses and stances and all that, but the timing of the techniques. Okay, Mr. Hanson has some jumps in this pattern. Some of you guys do too. Okay, you don't have to jump far. Okay, just enough to show the technique and give yourself enough time to get the timing down. I think Mr. Hanson got stuck in his pattern.
No,
Yeah,
no, I was scooting back.
Oh, okay. Now, one of those things I do want to point out is breathing. The hissing noise that he's doing is not going to help much. It actually needs to be a breath. Okay, that's one. Go back to the beginning, okay? I want you guys to now slow down just a little bit so that you can bring your timing together, okay? So the second time's a little bit slower, not that you're moving in slow motion, okay? All right, can we? Teacher. Slower. One technique at a time. Even the techniques that are continuous and connected and fast, I want one at a time right now. Be able to execute each of those techniques with power, with precision, with focus. Okay, so the precision is really how it's moving, where the focus is where is it hitting. Okay, where are you blocking? Okay, what direction is it going? Things like that. Okay, but getting that timing, especially at the foot, the hands, and everything. They're breathing, they're stopping together, they're moving together. Breathing. Okay, don't rush. Now, as odd as it sounds, we're going to have to talk about how far are your hands moving. Yeah. Okay, back to the beginning. Okay, so that's 2. All right. Now, I need you concentrating on each technique. Okay. Going through the pattern once, make sure you can get through it. Going through it twice, a little bit slower, making sure that you can put some power into each technique as well as everything else. Now, it's all about the timing. Okay. And I'm going to do something that all of my students really love. I know they love it.
No.
It's called a metronome.
No.
Okay?
No.
Told you, even Mr. Hanson
No.
loves the metronome.
No.
Okay? This is set at 40 beats per minute right now, so this shouldn't be particularly difficult. So for your third one, we're all going to move together. I'm going to move the microphone. I just want to make sure everybody can hear it, okay? So real fast, everybody who's online, just say yes if you can hear the metronome, okay? Okay, can you hear the metronome? That's my question to everybody right now. Just say yes, real fast. Do I have yeses?
Not yet.
I know there's a video delay and stuff here, guys, so. And just so you guys know, even my dog is loving this sound. She's glaring at me from her half passed out state on the couch, so.
Dad says yes. Miss Matthews says yes. And she totally loves it. Perhaps a little bit of sarcasm behind it.
Yes, I don't believe it. My students love my metronome. So.
No, they hate it.
All right, guys.
100%.
Everybody, forget your pattern to me. Reminder, the beep tells you to stop moving. Not go, not be moving, stop. That is a stopwatch, a stop sound, okay? Your technique, your foot should stop on that tone. Forget, to me. Ready, set, Caesar. It should be a nice, hard, snapping stop. This isn't a run through. This isn't from movement practice. This is your form. This is for testing. This is your face.
She said you could hear it with a mic attached to you. That's fine. Miss Carr said. So you could have kept the mic attached to you. Thank you for the feedback.
I'm assuming the real reason why she said that is that she wants to hear the tone less because it's such a beautiful sound.
Booyah!
And Pearl. Okay, guys. So take 2 or 3 minutes here. I'll let you get a drink of water. Okay, keep stretching, keep moving. We're going to do one more pattern to that. Okay.
Sir, can I do Paul on?
No.
I can guarantee neither of the other two
So
second out
Mr.
have
Hanson, if they're white belts and gold belts, they can do their pattern over and over, like.
Yes, if the pattern that Mr. Hanson is doing or is long compared to your pattern, yes, do your pattern a couple of times. Okay, so if you're a white belt doing Chun-Ji a couple of times, his pattern is a little bit longer. Actually, I think it's like twice as long. Okay, doing Dangan several times or whatever, absolutely. Okay, treat the end of the pattern. So if you're doing Chun-Ji, okay, you have a right middle block right at the end, punch, punch with the key up, punch, punch, each one of those on one tone, okay, Jumbi on one tone, and start again on the next tone, okay? Yes, that's absolutely a good thing. I'll give you guys another minute, okay?
She's about to pass out. Hold the fluffiest brain.
Okay, that was like a 2.5 minute break or something like that. So let's get back to it. Now, this again, Ms. Jansen, stand over there for a moment. When you're practicing this way, why not? Mr. Hanson's doing a yawn off chill party yawn here. Nope, stay over there. Okay. So you're standing at Jumbi. Okay. Each of those tones is a stop, right? So that doesn't mean move at the end or the beginning. Move in the middle. Ready? Set. Go. Okay. That's the idea, is to stop with each of those techniques on that tone. Okay. Sharp. What's wrong?
You're moving it. You're moving a little faster than the beats. When you stop the beat, it was like a millisecond after is when so you're moving a little faster than the beat.
Well, okay. The point, Mr. Anderson, isn't to use the beat as your go motion or as your go sound. Okay. So I'm here.
Hello, Mr. Swearingen.
Okay. In all honesty, your technique should fire right at the beginning of the tone, and you should be stopping before the end of the tone. Make sense? That's how fast you should be moving. Nobody actually moves that fast, but that would be the ultimate goal. Okay. So you have to fire your technique just before the tone so that you can stop on it. Okay. All right. So again, highest ranking pattern. Okay. That should be Kwangye for senior high red belts. That should be Chungmu for high red belts, and Warang for red, and so on and so forth. Green belts, Wanyo, gold belts, Dangan, white belt, Chun-Ji. Okay? Ready, set, go. I want you guys to be careful as you're doing this. Don't bounce. Down, up, sharp down with your technique. Down, up, sharp down with your technique. Apparently our resident polar bear over here didn't agree with me. Sharp, Mr. Hanson, sharp. Sharper. And again, if you're doing a pattern shorter than Mr. Hansen's, okay, do your pattern twice.
Yeah.
Thorough. Okay. Take a breath. We are done with the metronome. Sort of. We're never really done with it. It just goes away for a short time. Okay.
I don't think she likes the metronome.
Oh well. So we are going. You know what? We haven't talked about how to hit things for a little while, so let's move on to something just a little bit more fun, hitting things. All right. So, Mr. Hansen, hold out for a moment, please. A pillow will suffice for this. Okay. You can. Excuse me. You can put it, up against a wall. You can. I mean, if you've got some good rope or old shoelaces, you can tie it to a door or something. I don't know. Okay, but realize that whatever you're putting a pillow up against, a pillow doesn't really offer that much resistance. So hitting and punching a door is probably going to break it. So you do have to show some control there. If you're as lucky as myself and Mrs. Hansen and Mr. Hansen, there's always somebody in the house who can hold a force shield for you. So if you have somebody who's willing to hold it, and they are not in Taekwondo, take it easy on them, okay? Don't have to worry about that here. So, Mr. Hansen, hold the force shield for a second. If you guys actually, let me see it. I lied. If you've got somebody who is not in Taekwondo, I want them to watch what I'm doing here for a second because I want them to hold safely for themselves, okay? If you have a force shield, you stick your arm through it and you grab the bar strap. You're not holding on the front of your body, but the side of your body. Grab the side, spread your feet so they're a little bit bigger than your shoulders, bend your knees, okay? Not in with the knees, out with the knees, okay? It helps, okay? Hold close, never push out, okay? So, if they're holding a pillow for you, okay? If it's kind of a thick pillow and it's, firm like this pillow is, okay, they can just hold it right up against themselves and put one foot back, okay? They can hold it vertically on their side, so, like this, and hold it, that works too, okay? You need to be careful, you're not going to be hitting them as hard as you can, right? All right, so, there you go. We have force shields, those are the right tool for the job. So that's what we're going to use. You need to hold like so. Now, we have limited space. So if I were to hit Mr. Hansen or kick Mr. Hansen as hard as I could, I think it's fair to say that I'd break something around the house. Not as worried as I can, but the stuff around the house. Okay, so I feel loved. This force shield is just your regular old force shield. It's nice and flat and everything. Okay, so we'll start something really easy because we haven't hit stuff for a while. At least I know I really haven't had that chance to really. Okay, flat surface, punching, wrist must be straight. None of this, none of this. This, not this, not this. Right, straight on. Okay, so real fast, sitting stance, 10 punches.
It's a little hot in the house, sir.
Mr. Hansen's trying to communicate with other people in the house via sign language that isn't working, by the way. So, hold. All right. You take your sitting stance, arm length away, punch, 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 punch. Okay, 10 good punches. Okay, I am going to move the microphone this time. It's not going to hold. Okay, Remember, Taekwondo. Take stuff to and from with a bow. All right, so we're here. Remember, don't push the pad, okay? Not at any point, even when you're stretching out your technique. Your arm should be relaxed enough that you're not pushing. Okay? Now, you're hitting, you're punching something. All right? You're hitting something and you're punching something, okay? So you've got to take in a couple of things into consideration. If you're too close, bad thing. If you're too far, bad thing. Measure, measure, measure. Okay? If you don't remember your measurements, Mr. Hanson, sir, put your arm out like you're punching. This is correct. Don't move, don't move, don't move. This is not correct. He's leaning in. He's turning his shoulders too far, right? Okay? This is not correct. He's twisting back, trying to make space for his arm. Okay? Square shoulders, hand out in front of you, coming into the inside of the body. Okay? To the middle line of the body here, right? Okay? There's your correct distance. Okay? Right there, more than enough space to hit hard. All right? So, that works for your feet, that works for your hands. All right? Mr. Hanson, hold that, please. Now we're going to change angles a little bit. Actually, right over here. No, actually, front kicks. Front kicks. Okay. Lots of ways you can measure. Back on the pad, one nice big step far away. This is where I should be kicking from. You notice I haven't changed my distance to turn. Foot behind me, foot in front of me. Notice that I step forwards to kick with the foot in front of me, and I step backwards to kick with the leg behind me. Okay? I need that much space for my kicking leg no matter what. Here. Okay? So,
Mrs. Hanson.
Sorry guys, time out for a second, Mom. All right. All right, ready? Break. All right, time in. So, here we go. Front kicks. All right. Hands need to be up, knees need to be bent. Okay. Remember that in some fashion you're trying to kick hard, right? Okay. If you're hitting a heavy bag, you really want to make sure you're careful with this one to give yourself plenty of space. Okay. The person on the other side of the heavy bag, preferably there's somebody there, is just holding it so it doesn't twist and turn and swing too far. Okay. They're not trying to hold it rock hard steady. Okay. If you've got a force shield, kick it. If you've got a pillow, be careful. Your foot's going to go through it really easily. Okay. And it's going to penetrate and hurt the person holding for you. Okay. So we're here. Hands are up. Knees stay bent. Up. Okay. 10 front kicks. Everybody here should be pretty good at front kicks, right? Okay. If you notice, I'm not driving forward. I don't need Mr. Hanson going off into the wood pile and stuff behind him. Okay. So here, knees bent, hands up. Okay. Just making sure that I'm hitting the way I need to for practice. Okay?
And I'm key upping.
Wow.
Sorry, sir. I'm key upping so that when I take the impact, I still can breathe and I'm not dying at the end of the kick.
Measure, measure, measure. 10 front kicks. Kind of fast. We're going to move on to something a little bit more difficult here. Okay. Now notice that he's kind of dropping his foot. He's not pulling it out. That's a bad thing. It has to go in. It has to pull out. All right, good enough. Okay, so you guys are gonna think I'm ridiculous with this, really does work as a really good example of things. Mr. Hands, right here, please. Okay, just so you guys know, yes, it's a training lightsaber. Okay, not really what we're here for, but okay, I need you guys to think about this like a metal sword. Okay, I've got my nice tip up here. I've got a nice sharp edge. Okay, when you're hitting, when you're punching, when you're doing a kick like a front kick, anything that goes straight in and straight out, side kicks also, the problem becomes this. You kick, you punch and it goes in. It comes out the back, theoretically, of course, okay, where we're talking about our limbs, okay? This becomes the problem, okay, is that as you're kicking and you try to drop your foot, oops, sorry guys, okay, as you drop your foot, it gets stuck, right? We don't want that. Your hand goes in, it has to come back out, okay? Straight in, straight out, okay? That's the way your techniques have to work, all right? Even when you're doing a kick or kick like a turning kick, okay? You don't want to kick and drop, okay? You need that kick to come straight in, straight out, okay? This is turning kick motion. This is also knife hand motion, reverse knife hand motion. Mrs. Hanson's now taking all my stuff and throwing it around and breaking it and putting my stuff away. So, all right, so things to think about while you're hitting, all right? Speaking of, Mr. Hanson, face the camera with the pad, please. Knife hand strikes. We love these, okay? This is not a knife hand. This is not a knife hand. This is your knife hand. Notice that my finger is not going up and down, crossing it. This is your knife hand, okay? Not knife hand position, not knife hand position, knife hand position. Notice that there's little gaps in the fingers, okay? My thumb's not being pulled in, it's being pulled back, okay? My thumbs are weird, so they don't show that as well, okay? But here, bad knife hand. Pull back on it, okay? Believe it or not, pulling back probably isn't right because what I think about is trying to make my fingers as long as possible to get that nice rigid muscle there hard, okay? So we're here, all right? He's facing straight at you. Notice that I'm not facing you. I'm actually facing at an angle, okay? Here's my strike area, okay? Sitting stance, L stance, walking stance, okay? They all face that same angle, okay? In, out, 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 okay? You're gonna do 10 of these on each side. White belts, gold belts, green belts, blue belts, red belts, black belts, neon fuchsia belts, brown belts, purple belts, orange belts, camouflage, pink, brown, green, whatever belts.
Turquoise.
Okay?
Turquoise belt.
So he's holding, okay? I'm here, I'm at that 45-degree angle, striking, okay? Do 10 of those, okay? Our polar bear decided to make a showing again. Actually, she's more like a 90-pound black bear. Is closer, but
She's giving us a look like you are doing something weird in my house.
So, if you guys notice, he's not actually hitting me with his knife hand at all. He's actually using his forearm. That's not okay. Okay, put your knife hand on it, Mr. Hanson. This is your measurement, okay? There should be a gap between your arm and the target. That's how you know you're striking properly, okay? It's just barely a gap. When he steps, look at the way he's facing. He's not at the angle. He's 90 degrees. Okay. He has to step to that exact same spot right as he strikes. That's the only way. Now we're getting somewhere. That was a bit better. Okay. It's the only way to get your knife hand in there. All right. Now I said that was more difficult than a front kick. It really is because of those angles. Okay. Don't forget about them. Now, front kicks, punches, knife hands. Believe it or not, guys, no matter how much I really want to, I am not going to do a force shield side kick in the house. It would be really funny, but yeah. Okay. So, even Mrs. Hanson thinks it would be an amusing idea, but there's a lot of stuff around.
I would either go into the door,
okay,
or I'd be knocked out over here.
Now, even a turning kick in here, there's just enough stuff that I don't want to do turning kicks in here, okay? But the turning kick angles and your knife hand strike angles are exactly the same, okay? They're that round moving technique that you need space for. So,
Miss Matthews says you're no fun.
I do my best. So, we are.
See me hurt.
They
just want to see me hurt.
All right. So here's the thing. All right, Mr. Hanson, hold that.
I'm always right. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I do my best to take my time, sir.
So from right here, there's other strikes that we need to show. Okay. Actually, Mr. Hanson, hold like this and down on your knees, please. So you can get 2 chairs and have your pillow or whatever suspended between the 2 chairs. It works pretty much the same. Okay. You can have a single person, like Mr. Hanson for me over here, holding like this. Okay. I do not like it when they hold on the sides. I like a little bit of resistance, so hold underneath. Okay. Here, and then sit on your heels. Holding, no, not squat, not up, but sit on your heels. Okay. No, not that high. Okay. So they need to look away and tilt their head back. Okay. That way you just don't accidentally hit them. Okay. So this is your downward strike. Okay. If I'm doing a downward punch, notice I'm pretty sure you should be able to see this. Okay. But my right foot, this one back here, is lined up through the middle of pad this way. My front foot lined up this way. My fist, notice that I'm like punching forwards at an angle. This is how you do a downward punch. Up, down, dropping that knee down to the ground. Okay? So, if you're doing a downward knife hand strike, excuse me.
Bless you.
Jeez. Okay, now please. So your foot placement is the same. Foot through the middle here, foot through the middle here. The striking hand is behind you. Knee goes down, knife hand comes down, but you're still sitting up straight. Okay, here. Okay, that would be your downward strike with the knife hand. I want you to practice that downward strike with the knife hand 10, 15, 20 times. Okay, we still got 10 minutes left of class, and we are going to use that chair. So, Mr. Hanson, sir, if you are white belt through green belt, I want you doing that downward strike with the knife hand. If you are above that, I want you doing that downward punch. Okay, remember you're punching with the 2 punching knuckles, not the whole fist. All right, Mr. Hanson, sir. He has to bring his shoulders down. He's got to make himself a little bit of space. Okay, so we punched at a little bit of an angle. Okay, so how do we fix that? Scoot up. In this case, actually, scoot back to where you were. Bring your shoulders over more. More. Ah, now look where his hand was lined up. His shoulders and his hand were lined up right through the middle. Okay, you guys can actually see. Yes. Straight down, nice and flat. That slapping sound, that was a good technique. Let's do it again. Yes. 2 in a row. All right, do the other side. One more accurate side. Now, question for everybody, does it change because you switch sides? The answer is no. Sorry guys, we're getting odd phone calls all day, every day. It's quite annoying. Go ahead, Mr. Hanson. Okay, so he punched at just slight enough an angle that it was weird, and he pulled that way towards you guys with his arm. And his wrist was bent. Go figure. Remember what I said? No bent wrists. No. His left side needs work. That's okay. So, all right, stand up, Mr. Hanson. Sir. Hold, please. Sir. Down on the ground? Nope. Just hold. Sir. All right. So, even though we've only got a few minutes left, all right, Mr. Hanson, stand right here facing the camera. Put up the chair. So, what about the chair? We talked about knife hand strike here. We're going to do knife hand strike here, inward strike, okay? So, if you guys can kind of see, I'm not pulling my hand over here. This is not an inward strike with the knife hand. Inward strike with the knife hand happens here, right in front of your shoulder. So the pad needs to be right in front of your shoulder, but you hit here. Okay? Twist out, twist in. Okay? That would be your inward strike with the knife hand. Okay? If you are adding a step to it, your distance doesn't change. Okay? Notice I'm creeping in on the pad. Okay? I step straight back with a twist. That does add some force, but you've got to make sure that that step is exactly where you measure. That's where it gets tough. Okay? Reverse strike with the knife hand, inward strike with the knife hand, they both happen at the same place. So you're here to here. Okay? The action is the same. Okay? You're just flipping your hand over, hitting with the reverse knife hand. There's knife hand. There's reverse knife hand. Okay? So striking right across there with that ridge. Okay? So those are your power striking techniques. Guess what? We've got 5 minutes left. We need the chair.
You shouldn't have said more.
No. One standard folding chair. Many, so many uses. Okay. Mr. Hanson, sir, stand right in the middle of the front of the chair. No. Put your feet together. Well, just stand. Face me. Scoot closer to the chair. Okay, right now, Mr. Hanson's leg, okay, is about that far away from the chair, 1 or 2 inches. That's okay. All right. You do not get to step away from the chair. You do not get to step forwards or backwards. You are going to do like 50,000 kicks this way. Okay.
Can you use a regular chair and not a folding chair?
The only reason for the folding chair is because it's a chair that's short enough for me. Okay. It comes right to my hip joint. Okay, which guarantees that I am going to be doing a middle section kick of some kind. No, it does not have to be a chair like this. It could be an office style rolling chair. It could be a dinner table chair that comes up this high. But remember, you have to kick over the top of the chair. Therefore, you're going to be doing a high section kick if that chair comes up to your belly button. Okay, that forces you to have to kick like up here, which is significantly higher. So keep that in mind. But no, it doesn't have to be a folding chair. Okay, so Mr. Hanson, without moving your feet away or in any direction, do a side kick straight over the chair for me. He needs practice. Yes, very much. All right, so here's ways you can practice. Believe it or not. Move up, move over the chairs. We have a wall in front of us. So if he needs his balance, he can touch the wall with his fingertips. He's a second-degree black belt. He doesn't get more than that. Okay? And only one. Okay? Now, Mr. Hanson, no, put your foot down. Do a side kick over the chair. The wall serves many purposes. Come on, today. Now, just for the record, nobody heard me say do a slow motion kick. Okay? Do a side kick. Okay? Do it again. 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 This is what I want. Okay? I actually want you guys being able to do this quickly. Okay? You should be able to do a middle side kick at any height. Well, a middle side kick, but an any height side kick that fast. Mr. Hanson, keep going. Okay? You're going to spend 1 minute just kicking over the chair. Okay, it doesn't have to be lightning fast, not yet, okay? But over time, this should get really, really, really easy. And if you guys also notice, Mr. Hanson's cheating and he's kicking over here towards Mrs. Hanson where she's sitting instead of kicking over here on the same side of the camera as you. Okay, get the other hand up, Mr. Hanson. Okay, now, like I said, you're going to spend a minute doing this. I am watching, sort of, kind of. It's my form of a minute. In other words, it could be, 10. Sure, please. Keep going. Keep going. Get that other hand up. Quit swinging it backwards. Okay. Now, keep going, Mr. Hanson. Come on. Kick over that chair. So if you guys notice, he's slowly creeping towards this side of the chair. Okay. You should be able to do side kicks this way, front kicks, turning kicks, back kicks, hook kicks, twisting kicks, vertical kicks, downward kicks, yes. Okay, crescent kicks, everything. Every kick you should be able to do this way. Okay, it should be very easy to train your kicks. You kick like this just by putting a chair in front of you. But if you also notice, he's also getting further and further back from the chair again. There has to be danger in it of you kicking the chair for this to be a truly effective exercise. Okay, you can relax. He's lucky. All right, so now, Mr. Hanson, you got 2 legs. Let's do the other one. Let's go. Oh, he thought he got the wall this time. Nope, hands up. Both hands need to be in front of you. Now, yes, sir. Come on, Mr. Hanson, let's go. Now, get closer. Just stand. Just stand. The trick to being able to kick well, at least I think, okay, you should be able to kick standing, okay? You don't have to be in an L stance to kick. It's easier. It's faster. It's even more effective, but you should be able to kick standing in line at E-liches for any reason. And if you're like me, then the little poles that they used to have at E-liches, those become your chair to kick over because the lines are too long when I get bored. Okay. Now, if you notice, he's also starting to swing his foot up and around, over and back over the chair. Okay. Your knee should come straight out, your foot should turn, and you should kick. You go, Mr. Hanson. I'm determined to make a kicker out of this kid one of these days. Fortunately, I'm not your son. That may not be fortunate in the next minute or two. Okay, hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Come on. Okay. Now, I don't want to see you guys, if you're a white belt or a gold belt, cheating and setting your foot before you kick. Fine, whatever. Okay. Green belts and blue belts. I'd rather see you going up, turn the foot, kick. Red belt and black belts, there shouldn't be a delay in them. It should be all one motion. You've been kicking for years now, you should be able to do this. That was a little better. He's cheating just a little bit, but everybody does just a little bit. That's okay. One more, come on. One more round of 10 minutes. No. All right, guys, time. All right, so probably one of my favorite kicking exercises is with the chair. Okay, it forces you to have to do stuff. All right. We do have a birthday announcement. Miss Geraldine Soriano is, she is turning 16 this week. So if you guys don't know a way to get a hold of her, call in and embarrass her with many, 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 many songs of happy birthday in the worst possible note you can possibly do. But make sure that you drop a line and say happy birthday. We don't have a lot of chances to see each other now, of course, but make sure you say happy birthday. Miss Soriano, happy birthday. 16 is kind of one of those important ones. I was never sure why, but
Class was the dog.
good. Yeah, that figures. All right. We do have a couple of announcements, though. First, we are starting next week. Me and Mrs. Hanson are going to be doing our classes across 2 streaming platforms. So we're going to do YouTube Live for everybody who does not have Facebook, like me. And we're also going to be doing Facebook Live so that we can kind of interact with you guys a little bit. Okay, so you will probably have 2 different camera positions. The classes are going to happen at the exact same moment, but we want to see you guys. We want to see you doing taekwondo. We want to be doing taekwondo with you guys. It makes class so much more fun and easy. Mr. Hanson, do me a favor.
Sure.
Stand.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to be doing those 2 platforms starting next week. Okay. Second, we are starting to develop methods of doing classes in the park by rank. We will let you guys know when we get there. Okay. If you have questions about that, go to our webpage, send us questions through there. Get on Facebook. Mrs. Hanson is on Facebook. Mr. Hanson is on Facebook. Dr. Kramer is on Facebook. Mr. Patterson's on Facebook. Me and Mr. Jean are not Facebookers. We are not social mediaers, so getting a hold of us is going to be a little weirder.
On that note, if you are a red belt or a high red belt, be checking emails and such for communication. So parents of red belts and red belts, make sure you're checked, and that includes our senior high red belts. Make sure you're checking your emails and messages and such for communication. Also, we did, I forgot to announce this in the last class, we did post a document on Facebook, on our website, on Instagram, on Twitter. We are looking to get your most current contact information that includes emails, phone numbers, etc., so that we can communicate better, especially as we start moving into new structures for our classes and stuff. We want to be able to communicate that. So please get on that document, fill that out for us so we can input your most current information, and we have more than one way to get a hold of you, i.e. text message or Facebook Messenger or email, those kinds of things. So just make sure that your information is current with us.
If you have any questions, again, let us know. That's a big thing for us. If you have class ideas, let us know. If you just want to say hi, talk to us, okay? That's kind of what we want. So anyways, anything else, Ms. Sampson?
No.
All right. We are good for this week, guys. Nice job. Again, just make sure that you are paying attention to all of our websites and Facebook sites, or whatever you want to call those things. I don't know. I'm not the one who does that stuff. That's Mrs. Hanson's field, just not mine. Okay, but make sure you're paying attention because we are putting a lot of stuff out there all the time right now. If you have not looked at them, you need to be looking at our videos. There are line technique videos for each rank. There are forms videos for each rank. I am going to be starting videos here real shortly of real instructional. This is how you do a front kick. This is how you do it, that kind of stuff. So, what? So, anyways, make sure you're watching. Make sure you look at those things, and we will see you when we see you. Chariot, Anjo, Bukyan. Good. Raise your hand. Student L, ready, go.
I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect my instructors and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I will be a champion of freedom and justice. I will help build a more peaceful world.
Tenets.
Courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit.
Chariot. Solomon K. Kunye.
Tukon,
Climb.
Isa.
Kamsahamnida. Good job, guys. We'll see you next week.